It has to be professional. It has to be well produced. It has to meet or exceed the standards that the voiceover industry sets forward. We see a lot of talent early on who just buy a microphone, hook it up to their computer, and just read from some text that they find. That does not a demo make. It's just not professional, and the people in this industry will hear it and go, next. We have a running joke around here. The name of the game is you suck. You have 5 seconds or less in which to impress me. When professionals who are already in the industry listen to demos and assess this process, we are looking for folks who know and understand what they're doing. You should never make a demo until you are absolutely, positively, 1,000% certain that you are able to put out the best demo that you can. Typically, it is coaches and peers and other folks in the industry who will be able to tell you when you are ready and when the time is right. And it does take time. Most people will train anywhere from 1 to 2 years before they will create their first demo. It sounds like a long time, and it is, but that's how long it takes you just to learn the basics of the industry. Demos have an expiration date. It's kind of like a carton of milk. They're gonna go bad, and they're gonna go bad fast. Because early on, your skills are still developing. You are still learning. Your career is evolving, and it's going to evolve very quickly. And if you make a demo, it's guaranteed that within 6 months to a year, you're going to look back on that demo and go, ugh, that's horrible. I'm so much better than that now. And guess what? You're going to have to make a whole new demo. Early on in a voice career, you might make a demo a year. It's very, very easy to become obsessed with some of the really high-dollar New York, LA-based demo producers who really carry some hefty price tags. Some of their demos are $2,000 or more. And while their work is phenomenal and the products that they put out are absolutely incredible, again, for a beginner, that's too soon. Making that kind of investment once a year is hefty and potentially difficult to make back. Remember, everything in business is about ROI, return on investment. And if you put that investment down, you've got to know for sure you're going to make it back and make it back 100 times over. In the beginning, it's okay to go for a lesser or lower cost alternative. That being said, you do get what you pay for. Don't think a $100 demo is going to get you work either. Split the difference. You don't want something terribly expensive. You don't want something that's terribly cheap. Most of what you've heard about working from home is very, very true. I am speaking to you right now from inside a recording booth in my garage. This is how most voiceover talent operate. No, it really can't. Not if you expect to be successful. Part-time efforts in voiceover yield little to nothing unless you already have a full-time job elsewhere in the industry. If you're full-time in radio or television or broadcasting, if you are full-time and you work for a production facility, if you're an audio producer, yeah, probably you'll do okay. But if you were previously an accountant and you're planning on going into voice work part-time, you're going to have a really hard time making a living off of that part-time investment. It's just not realistic. People who have the most success in this industry treat it and go after it like a full-time career. Yes, you do need a recording studio. You have to have access to your own professional-grade equipment, and you will have the burden of purchasing, maintaining, and operating this equipment. The average home studio right now can run anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 or more, depending on the type of equipment you put in, what you already have to work with, and the space you have available to you. Understand those things before you, again, make this leap headfirst into the VO pool. Your ability to work from home is entirely dependent upon the area of the industry you want to specialize in. If you have goals of animation, if you have your heart set on movie trailers, if you have your heart set on TV promo, these types of jobs typically cannot be accomplished from home. Most of the studios and the executives and the companies that hire for that type of work are primarily in Los Angeles, some in New York, and they do require the talent to be there live. Voiceover is not a blanket or umbrella term. There are a half a dozen or more different types of voiceovers that a voice talent can specialize in. Every single voice talent who's out there, who's successful, who's making a living, who is marketing themselves and running a business, does in fact have a specialty. And then they might get some overspill from other areas here or there, little to the left, little to the right. If you don't know the different types of voiceovers that you can specialize in, and you don't know where or what you are well suited for, then you're directionless inside of building a business. Think of it this way. First thing a small business owner has to determine is, well, what type of business am I going to have? Is it retail or is it service? If it's retail, what kind of products am I carrying? Who's my potential buyer? Why are they interested in what I have to offer? What makes me competitive? What makes me different from my competitors? These are all the little things we have to look into. Voiceover is no different. You have to be capable of defining your product, your sound, your style, what makes you better, and why. What makes you unique, basically. What would make the clients in that industry want to work with you? It requires a very deep understanding of those clients. It also requires a deep understanding of their needs and their industry as a whole. So you can see again where education becomes a critical part of this. We recommend that in the beginning, when you're looking for a coach, you find a general voiceover coach, someone who is capable of teaching you the ins and the outs of the industry. We recommend that this coach be a working voiceover talent, someone who can show you, well, how the industry works via their own mistakes. We also recommend that these folks have a track record and that they have other students and other folks that you can talk to, people who are currently in classes with them, people who have been in classes with them previously, whom you can get some information from about this coach, what they're like, their personality type. Not every coach is right for every person. Some folks prefer to be handheld inside the studio, and they really want to have a minimally stressful experience. Others say, no, I want a swift kick in the pants. I want you to tell me if I'm not doing this right. I want a coach who's going to be brutally honest with me and a little bit more aggressive. So you've got to know which coaches offer this and how, and of course, hopefully are able to fit into your budget. Ideally, you want to be able to work with someone who's close by so that you can see them, work with them face-to-face, work inside the studio with them frequently. If your coach is out of the area, then you're going to be traveling, and of course, travel expenses are going to have to come into the expenses of your training, and knowing that you may only be able to train a few times a year as opposed to on a regular monthly or bi-weekly basis. Over time, you will be able to seek out, and hopefully with recommendations from your current coach or your general voice coach, you will be able to then work with and find the coaches whose specialty aligns with your area of interest so that you can seek out their training. Once you've got the basics laid down, once you have a foundation to stand on, you can go and seek out these expert areas of the industry and work with the coaches who can help you to better establish those wants and needs and help you to further enhance your overall voiceover education and knowledge. Our goal as a company is to educate and to help start, accelerate, and dominate as a voiceover artist. That's our motto. What we create is an environment where you can feel secure that if you are working with a VO career consultant or coach, you're being given credible, knowledgeable industry advice, that we're going to be honest with you, and that we are going to recommend products and services that will benefit you now and in the long run. But the nice thing is we're not just recommending the services of our company. We believe that not all companies and coaches are right for everyone. Therefore, we recommend other companies and voiceover coaches that we believe have the ability to enhance your skills and have the ability to assist you. And it doesn't matter, again, if they're with our company or not. What's important to us is that you get the best education possible and that we assist you in becoming a viable member of the voiceover community. If you'd like to speak with us in person, if you'd like to have a phone consultation or an evaluation, they are free and we are more than happy to assist you with that process. We can talk to you about our products and services. And of course, we can talk to you about the products and services of other reputable voiceover companies and help you to see where and how to invest your money the wisest. Thanks and have a great day.